Good evening, and welcome to another World of Warships video with Captain darkwingglacier. This replay was sent to me by Badelaire, who is a friend of mine, and in this battle he's taking out his Tier 9 German battleship, the Friedrich der Grosse, or Frederick the Great, as I will probably try to say it for the rest of the game, because I'm not sure if my German pronunciation is quite up to par. So, this map, he is mountain range, and he has spawned on the eastern side of the map, and we have a Tier 9 game. So, like the beached whale that it is, the Frederick the Great is accelerating extremely slowly. Now, this ship has recently been buffed, in that its reload has been increased a little bit, I think. I'm going to have to double check that. In any event, it has received a buff because it was a very hated ship. Many people would enjoy the Bismarck greatly, and then they would have to grind their way, complaining the entire time about their time in the Frederick the Great until they got to the Grosse first, and then they were happy again. One of the main complaints is that the Frederick the Great only has 8 guns, although the Bismarck only has 8 guns as well. It just seems that for Tier 9, those 8 guns just aren't enough to compete with the other battleships. When I played it, though, it wasn't my favorite ship of the game, but I certainly didn't think it deserved the hatred that a lot of players were giving it. I think that a lot of players just kind of have the attitude that if the ship isn't the best one for its tier, then it stinks. So, I tend to take complaints like that with a grain of salt. And, I'll when I get to the ship, I'll get to the ship, and then I'll try it out and see what my opinion is before just agreeing with everyone else's without any evidence, without any first-hand experience with the ship. So there are only 2 destroyers per team, and green team is going for Cap, Bravo, and Charlie, and it looks like one of the enemy destroyers is already going into Charlie, and the friendly Baltimore has activated his radar, but we as yet have not detected anyone. Oh, there we go. There's the enemy destroyer. It's the Mayhan, which is Tier 7, so he's not going to last very long unless he gets into cover quickly. Already fires going on him. Badelaire is under detection, and this Donskoy needs to get out of the way. The bigger ship is coming through. Okay, looks like he's finally starting to accelerate. But he should know better. The Friedrich the Great doesn't exactly stop or turn on a dime. And Badelaire gives him a friendly push out of the way. He aims his main guns at the Iowa, who is just at the detection range right now, and he's kind of behind the island, so not all that great. I believe that Badelaire has a secondary build in this ship, which I definitely would recommend, because it does have pretty good secondaries. You have the range of the secondaries is 11.5 kilometers. He has AP loaded, which probably isn't ideal, but yeah, he gets 1 penetration and 1 ricochet, but still 4,200 damage isn't so bad. That Mayhan is just waiting to get shot. I'm hoping that Badelaire has designated his secondaries on a target already. That's the primary tip I have to say for anyone who has manual or a full secondary build with manual secondaries activated, is that every single chance you get, you've got to be looking at that map and designating the closest ship to you, or the one that's most likely that's coming towards you, to make sure that you get the maximum bang for the buck for these things. Because unlike if you did not have manual secondaries, they would just start opening up at any target that comes in within range. But with manual secondaries, you have to have that additional layer of situational awareness. He takes a shot at the Neptune, who is foolishly sitting still. And looks like the dispersion of the Frederick the Great is living up to its name, and he does not get a hit. He is now pushing into the Cap to support his friendly Baltimore and the Shiratsuyu. There are 2 enemy cruisers. We do have an Alaska. The Iowa is also Gneisen now, so he has plenty a target-rich environment, shall we say. Hopefully he's not going to get focused, and hopefully his teammates aren't going to be all cowards and hide behind him. The friendly Friedrich the Great is there as well, and it looks like he may be coming to help. So Badelaire kicks off his hydroacoustic search. I would target the Gneiss now, which looks like is exactly what he's doing since he's showing more broadside. Shots out. I noticed this is a trademark for Badelaire. He likes to fire his guns sequentially as opposed to in concentrated volleys, which is just a personal preference. It's just something I've noted. Okay, his secondaries have finally opened up on the Iowa. He did have multiple ships, the Alaska, the Gneisenau, and the Iowa, all targeted, so I guess he must have had the secondaries targeted on someone else, maybe the Mayhan. In any event, he fires a salvo at the Alaska. Does a little bit of damage there. His secondaries continue to fire at the Alaska now. He is showing an awful lot of broadside, kind of praying for that turtleback to give him a lot of defense. And he's lining up another shot on the Gneisenau, which is okay, you know, not too much damage, only one penetrating hit, which is always disappointing. Lining up, and he should be kicking off his repair party. Kick off the repair party. It's ready to go. Alright, shoot the Gneisenau first, then you can kick it off. Another disappointing salvo. I mean, I'm totally not blaming Badelaire's aiming ability. This is just the dispersion of the Friedrich the Great's main guns just not being as good as you'd like them to be, and he really needs to use that repair party today. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now he's getting his health back. He is still shooting at the Iowa with his secondaries as he begins to look for a way out of this mess. And fortunately, the enemy Gneisenau is now down, so the friendly team is up 2 ships to none. And that Iowa is showing a good amount of broadside there. And the Neptune just appeared from behind that island, so if I were him, I would be switching targets to that Neptune who just appeared on the minimap. And there you go, he sees him. Come on, target your secondaries on him. There we go. Okay, this time he was on the ball. He's got the secondaries ready to go. Main battery ready to fire. He does give a good amount of lead, expecting the Neptune to turn around. Ugh. I mean, that was the perfectly aimed shot. But again, the Friedrich the Great's main battery just does not do what it's supposed to do. And I guess maybe I'm agreeing with the rest of the crowd who hate the Friedrich the Great now, because there's been plenty of shots where if the RNG had been in Badelaire's favor, we would have had multiple sunken ships already. This Neptune is he is turning to go right into the sights of Badelaire's guns, who's waiting for his main guns to line up. I'd lead him a little bit more. I think these shells are going to land behind him, but his secondaries continue to fire and may end up making up for that. The Neptune is desperately trying to heal, but he's also burning. I think he's going down. And he does, and Badelaire gets his first kill. Close quarters expert. So it looks like what the main guns of the Friedrich the Great can't do, the secondaries will make up for it. So now the green team has an advantage of 4 ships to 2. And this Iowa is going to disappear behind the island before he gets a shot. But this Alaska is going to be exposed as soon as Badelaire comes around the corner. He looks like he's slowing down, or maybe he did slow down. He definitely needs to start accelerating again so we can get a nice, because that Alaska's showing a lot of broadside there. He kicked off his plane, which doesn't have quite the spotting ability that they used to due to the carrier rework. Out of habit, I tend to launch my fighters as well all the time, in kind of the hopes that maybe it'll somehow work, but doesn't quite give the advantage that they used to, and I don't think they even spot torpedoes anymore. Okay, he's waiting patiently for that Alaska to come up from behind the island, and there he is. Shots out. Oh, look at these 2 targets. This is beautiful. Oh, it doesn't quite get him. Secondaries are opening up on the I'm not even sure which. Does it even matter which ship? Because he's got to hit them both. This is like perfect double strike territory. If his guns would just reload a little bit faster. Oh, he gets the Alaska. Come on, main guns. Let's get the Iowa. Shots out. Oh, this could do it. And oh, that was theft right there. That should have been a double strike on Badelaire's part, but unfortunately he gets taken out by one of his allies instead. Ugh. But still, he does get a kill on the Alaska. And here's a little trivia for you. Badelaire actually spent part of his early childhood in Alaska, so he is an Alaska native, or at least has been for part of his life. So I know he was definitely excited to get the Alaska, and I don't know, maybe that killing that Alaska kind of hurt a little bit for him. So now there's down to 4 ships left on the enemy fleet, and since all the ships on this side of the map are dead, Badelaire's going to have to start accelerating towards the enemy. He's got plenty of hit points left. And since he's a secondary build, he just needs to start charging the enemy and getting stuck in. Plenty of friendly ships left. We have 6 friendly enemy ships. We have 6 friendly ships and 4 enemy ships remaining. And looks like the Lion is going to dodge those shots. Oh, he does a ricochet off the bow. So I do have to say I do like that new radar effect. It is kind of gamey and arcade-like, but and I do in general prefer more realistic type things in this game. But I do have to say it definitely does look cool. So I will approve this addition to the game. And we lose the friendly Friedrich the Great, so now it's 5 ships to 4. The Ognavoy is desperately trying to hide in his smoke, and it looks like he's able to do so. Badelaire fires blindly into the smoke. Maybe we might be able to get a hit on him. He does get a secondary hit, but looks like the main battery's not going to do it. And he's showing a lot of broadside here. I would be turning hard to port at this point. And yeah, he is starting to turn a little bit. He gets some shots off on the Lion. Checks to make sure that he's not going to run into the island. Ugh, just look at that. Another 1270 points of damage. That's just... it's frustrating. You get a perfectly broadside shot, your guns just open up like crazy, and you get almost no damage. Here we go, next broadside. Hopefully this will do a little bit better. 4 penetrating hits, not bad. Good compared to the previous broadsides he's been doing. Torpedoes are coming on the starboard side, but it looks like they are aimed at the friendly Baltimore, who promptly dies. So now we're even, 4 to 4 ships. But this line's not going to last much longer. Maybe this salvo is going to finish him off. And yes! That's kill number 3. He's at 116,000 damage. There's a Tirpitz, who is always a nice target for a Friedrich the Great. You can say hi to his little brother there and promptly kill him. Okay, that Ognavoy is right in front of him. If I were him, I'd be switching my secondaries to him. Looks like maybe he already did it. This Ognavoy is going to go down. Or he should be going down. The sure at sea, the friendly one, he probably launched his torpedoes at the Tirpitz. Secondaries are opening up on the Ognavoy. Fires the main battery. And that wipes him out. Close quarters expert number 3 and kill number 4. And now the Tirpitz is... looks like he can't quite decide who to shoot at, or he was, I guess, more focused on taking out the torpedoes. So, ooh, Badelaire just took another big hit, but he also hit the Tirpitz in return. He kicks off his repair party, and yeah, this Tirpitz is going to go down. Probably the next salvo is going to do it, and that's going to finish it. Kraken unleashed. Just 1 enemy ship left, and good lord, what is he doing? He's way the heck over there. Yeah, so who knows what he's up to. And they're kind of complaining in chat that this guy's being utterly useless. Okay, finally he shows up, detected. Good lord, the fight's been over here for a while. I have no idea what this guy was up to, but Badelaire's now at 155,000 damage, firing some long-range shots. At this point, I would probably switch to HE, see if I can start some fires. In any event, I'm guessing that this guy is probably going to survive. He's too far away, and with the points values that Badelaire's team has, I think time's going to run out. Rather, they're going to reach 1,000 points before they get this guy. So now he's turning below the island, which is kind of a pain in the butt because Badelaire does not have a shot, and if he goes to starboard, it's going to take a long time for him to line up the Friedrich the Great again. And if he goes to the south, then he's got the same problem because he's too close to the island to quickly get a line of fire on him, or line of sight on him. In the meantime, his teammates are chipping away. Yeah, and I do have to say, you know, Badelaire's got a Kraken unleashed in this thing. 160,000 damage. The ship can't be that bad. And he's lining up another shot. There we go. Looks like he fired a little high, if you ask me, but we'll see. Yeah. Again, it's just kind of like substandard dispersion on this thing. Kind of makes it very frustrating to play. But just look at those secondaries rain down hell on this guy. $162,000 damage. The secondaries are just racking up the damage. In addition to the whoa, he takes a big hit there. That must have been from the Vanguard at close range, and he may end up dying. 3 seconds left, and it's not going to reach him, and he does survive. But Badelaire comes away with 168,000 damage, 5 kills, 3 of them are close quarters expert, and he sets 5 fires. He comes in first place in his team, obviously, and oh, look at all those ships: Tirpitz, Alaska, Lion, Neptune, Ogdevoy. So good job for Badelaire, and way to bring the fight to the enemy. So thank you for sending me that replay, Badelaire, and everyone else, thank you so much for watching.